I entered a design competition 37 years ago now, and I happened to win. Dartington sponsored it. One of the prizes was a placement at the factory to work with Frank Thrower, the godfather of Dartington, to spend some time with him and to learn about Dartington on site. I just fell in love with this scary, frightening, molten material which just does wonderful things. Glass won't do what it doesn't want to do. You can't make it turn corners and whatever. It's a very fluid material and you can't make it do what it doesn't want to do. And you can only learn what it can do by working with it and feeling it. At college, you were almost herded into making sculptures and one-off pieces, and I didn't want to do that. I sort of went against the grain and wanted to design for mass production. Seeing what was out there in the marketplace, I thought, yeah, I could do that too, and make beautiful, simple, functional objects. All the evolution of manufacture made everyday glassware so much more easier to produce, machine-made, not handmade. It's this competition between machine making and hand making. We still make handmade glass as it has been for hundreds of years. Machines come along with not a single pair of hands touching them, and that was our competition. We had to get really clever. We had to start thinking about designs that couldn't be mass-produced by machine and think about handmade elements and focus on those handmade elements. And that's where flower bottles comes in. That's a good case in point. Flower bottles. It's one of the best-selling ranges, one of my favourite ranges, and one of the ranges I had to fight the hardest in an MPD situation to get into production. They're brightly coloured, they're not overtly functional vases, they're bottles at the end of the day, but they're just beautiful pieces in jewel-like colours with this wonderful hand stamp on the side, so they're very handcrafted. And they're collectible. That was a nice thing. Each one is a different colour and a slightly different shape. And I'm just very happy to say that they're still in the range now after all these years. So I'm glad I fought hard to get them into production. I'm incredibly lucky as a designer to have at my beck and call, if you like, in inverted commas, wonderful team of highly skilled craftsmen. Some of them have worked at Dartington in excess of 50 years, and they are second to none. My designs only come to life thanks to them and their abilities. I can draw and come up with designs on the computer to my heart's content, but until I put them in front of the glass makers and we work together to make them into a three-dimensional glass product, they're nothing. There is nothing like drinking a damn good gin out of a damn good glass. A handmade glass from Dartington, it really brings out the best in that gin or that wine, or it displays those flowers in the best way. This is why we encourage visitors to come to the glass factory to see the glass being made, so they can see the craftsmanship that goes into making our beautiful products. Then hopefully they can go into the shop and buy them and take them home and use them and feel for themselves the experience of drinking a really good, crisp white wine out of one of our beautiful wine glasses. There's nothing like it. I often go in a department store and just tidy up our product and see that they've got it all looking nice. And then I see somebody, just a customer, come up to one of my products. I'm not there, I step away, and they pick it up and they look at it and they love it. They fall in love with it and they go and pay money for it. That is the biggest buzz. They don't know anything about that product, but they pick it up because they like it and they want it in their home. That is the biggest, oh God, that's the biggest thrill, that I've designed something that we've made here that's gone into a box on a trailer in a big lorry up the motorway to some huge great big warehouse somewhere, ended up on the shelf in that department store. Somebody's come in and picked that up and wanted to pay their hard-earned money for it and take it to give to somebody or to use in their home. That's wonderful. That's really, really special.